Hi friends, we will now read one poem. This again is on knowledge. Earlier I have read about 2 or 3 poems on knowledge. Because our people had given a lot of importance to knowledge, there are so many poems, there are so many inspirational poems extolling the importance of knowledge. I will read the poem, you please read after me. Then I will explain the poem a little bit. Then again I will see whether there is any point of grammar, and then we will wind up reading the poem. I will read. Vidyanama Narasya Roopamadhikam Prachanna Guptam Dhanam Vidya Bhogakari Yashas Sukhakari Vidya Gurunam Guruhu Vidya Bandhujano Videshagamane Vidya Paradevata Vidya Rajasupujyate Nahi Dhanam Vidya Vihinah Pashuhu. So the poet is giving many comparisons and also praising this Vidya in so many ways, from so many different angles he is saying. And finally he is saying Vidya Vihinaha Pashuhu. Pashu is an animal which is tied in your backyard, and then that animal which is tied with a rope. So whatever is the sphere of that, whatever is the radius of that rope, it just moves in that particular sphere, it can't go out. So a person who is not learned, he is like that domesticated animal which is tied to which is tethered to a post with a rope. So he will be just moving here and there, but he can't go out. So his horizons are not expanded. So that is what it says. Vidyanama, what we call as Vidya. Vidyanama is, what we call as Vidya is Narasya Rupam Adhikam. Adhikam Rupam. It is an added beauty to a person. How can Vidya be an added beauty? Suppose you find a person and that person is looking, not very good looking person, let us say. But then this poem says that Vidya is something which is an added beauty to him. It adds beauty to that person. How? Because a person may not be very impressive to look at, but then the moment he opens his mouth, the moment he talks something, then his importance is known to us. Somebody else may be there, some beauty queen may be there sitting next to him. That beauty queen, when she opens her mouth, maybe we will all be we feel like running away. So that can be the situation. So in fact, the beauty queens are also tested with regard to their intelligence. If you have seen the beauty contest, whether it is a Miss India or Miss World or Miss Universe, whatever it is, in all those beauty contests, there are some judges who ask the lady certain questions about how she behaves and what is her emotional maturity and how she conducts herself and what is her reaction on, say, some issue, some human rights issue or some other issue. So she will say, in all idealistic terms, she will say, I am this, I am that. So she will pretend to be the goddess for that particular time, or for that brief time. So she is also tested in her knowledge, what she knows. She may or may not be sincerely believing in it, but then at least she intellectually knows it. So Vidyanama Narasya Roopamadhikam. Then Prachanna Guptam Dhanam. It is a sort of treasure which is hidden with you. It is not known to anybody. An ordinary man may be there, a person may be very, very ordinary to look at, but then he may be such a great scholar. Prachanna Guptam Dhanam. It is something which is there within you, which is well preserved and well protected. Vidya Bhogakari. Vidya Bhogakari means, this is what gives enjoyment. Bhoga means enjoyment. It never keeps you lonely. People usually are tired of boredom. They complain of boredom. So Vidya is something which never allows you to complain of boredom. People who are not addicted to books, people who are not used to pursuit of knowledge, they have all boredom in life. But if you are somebody who is having that pursuit of knowledge, you are never bored in life. In fact, when somebody comes and wastes your time, you feel rather irritated. So, Vidya Bhogakari. When you are alone, you are quite happy. You are absolutely happy even when you are alone. Then Yashas Sukhakari. Yashaha is fame, Sukha is happiness. It gives both fame and also happiness. Yasha, through Yasha also you get happiness. That is, by getting fame, you are more happy. Then Vidya Gurunam Guruhu. It is the teacher of all teachers. Vidya Gurunam Guruhu. It is the teacher of all teachers. It is the master of all masters. Your master is again drawing inspiration from those people only. Suppose you are reading some Shakespeare or reading some Vyasa or Valmiki. So if you are reading very great, eminent poets or eminent philosophers, then even our own teachers, they are actually drawing inspiration from them. What all we speak, what all I speak now, it is something which is drawn from somebody else. What all I speak now, this particular poem I am speaking from Bhartruhari. Bhartruhari is that philosopher king. So that philosopher king's wisdom, that is which is preserved here for eternity. So that I am picking up a little from that and I am trying to explain to you. So like that, Vidya Gurunam Guruhu, whether you take sage Vyasa or Valmiki or Shakespeare or somebody else, so we are picking up from those people and then transmitting a little bit to, say, other people, youngsters. Then Vidya Bandhujano Videsha Gamane. Videsha Gamane. When you go out, Videsha Gamana is something which is always referred to in our text, because in olden days, our scholars, they used to go abroad, they used to go out in all directions. They used to, if there was some good teacher somewhere, then from Kerala, somebody used to go to Kashi. From Kashi, somebody used to come to Kanchi. So in those days, even this distance was a very big distance. In India, the distance between Kashi and Kanchi was a big distance. So they used to go out to separate far off places. They used to stay there and then they used to study. A seeker of knowledge was not keeping quiet in a place. Vidya Bandhujano. So then when you go out, then who is your relative? Your Vidya, whatever you have already learned, that is your say bank balance, that is your strength, that is your starting point. From there, you move ahead. So that is how it is a Bandhujana. It is a relative. It is a close relative when you go out, when you go abroad. Then Vidya Paradevata. It is the supreme Devata. It is the supreme divine being which is helping you at every say stage. Then Vidya Rajasu Pujyate Nahi Dhanam. Suppose you go to a king, a very, very rich person goes to a king and a very great scholar goes to a king. So when the king, so he will be thinking about how to extract some money from this rich man. Suppose you are a very, very big businessman. So whenever a king takes charge, he immediately invites the big business people. So whenever a new government, let us say now we don't have kings, we have we have so many governments. Suppose the government changes, or at the time of elections, they catch hold of all these business people and then try to extract some money. Extract rather. So they extract some money. And the moment somebody takes charge again, then again he calls the business people, what type of share you can give. So like that, a rich man becomes a victim of the king or a victim of the person in power. Whereas an educated man, a learned man, suppose a great scholar is there, and the king actually bows before him and the king gives him rewards, etc. So, Vidya Rajasu Pujyate Nahi Dhanam. Dhanam is needed, there is no doubt, but then it is not Pujyate, it is snatched. It is not Pujyate, but snatched. So that is how Vidya Rajasu Pujyate Nahi Dhanam. Vidya Vihinaha, one who is devoid of Vidya, one who is devoid of this knowledge, is equal to a domesticated animal which is tethered to a post. So that is how the poet explains the importance of Vidya from so many angles. So here if you see the poem, if you see the grammar or anything, it is a very simple structure. Vidyanama. Vidyanama means what we call as Vidya. Nama is the same as name. Vidya Nama is what we call as Vidya is something Narasya Adhikam Rupam. It is an added beauty. Then Prachanna Guptam Dhanam. It is very simple. Vidya Bhogakari. Vidya is feminine. That is in feminine gender. That is why it is the word used is Bhogakari. If it were to be masculine, it would have been Bhogakaraha. Bhogakari, Yashas Sukhakari, Vidya Gurunam Guruhu. Then Vidya Rajasu Pujyate. Rajasu is Saptami Vibhakti. Among the kings. Saptami is, that is locative case. Among the kings. This is, in fact, it means among the kings means by the kings. In fact, by the kings it should be. that trutiya artha, that is in instrumental artham, in the meaning of that meaning that instrumental case, it is used, this word is used in locative case. Vidya rajasu pujyate nahi dhanam. Then vidya vihinaha pashuhu. Pashu is again pashyate iti pashuhu. The meaning of pashu is pashyate, badhyate, that which is bound is called a pashu. All other forest animals, we don't call them pashu. We call them just jantuhu. Jantu is any animal. Pashu is something which is tied. It is a rather domesticated animal. So it is somewhat, he is like a person who is bound to a limited boundary. It is like that. So we will read the poem again.
Yes.
Vidyanama Narasya Roopamadhikam Prachanna Guptam Dhanam Vidya Bhogakari Yashas Sukhakari Vidya Gurunam Guruhu Vidya Bandhujano Videshagamane Vidya Paradevata Vidya Rajasu Pujyate Nahi Dhanam. Not Rajyasu, Rajasu. Vidya Vihinah Pashuhu. Fine.